All right, Shalom, back out here again for another lesson for the third time as of September the 30th, 2025 on this Tuesday. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakar Kadash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach Kawashai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, the Lashma Kadash tongue. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles where I came with Akwaf, and I say Shalom. And as I mentioned once again, this is a sit-down lesson. This is a outside lesson of September the 30th, 2025 on this Tuesday morning. And this is a M.O.T.B news updates as of September 30th, 2025 on this Tuesday morning. So I'm going to look up digital currency. Dow Jones. It says, this is from Siberios. It says the European Central Bank wholesales of the CBDC, which is central bank digital currency. It says leads warning of tokenized could fragment markets. Yeah, they could fragment markets, but they're going to lean more and more towards, I believe it's as of, because I believe it's a news article, like day before yesterday when I did the sit-down lesson of the M.O.T.B. I would say like 2 days ago or the day before yesterday. It was recently, because you have starting 2026, you're going to have the European Central Bank leaning towards the central digital bank currency. And I believe they're going to turn away from the tokenization or something like that last time I checked. So that's what we're seeing, the European Central Bank leaning towards, the digital currency, the wholesales of the central digital bank currency, even though it might mess up their markets, but they are leaning towards that direction, according to the news report, So as it says again, it says, from Sabalis, from the Leader Insider, published 7 hours ago, this news article. It says the European Central Bank wholesales of central digital bank currency. Leader warns tokenization could fragment markets. It says the Bitcoin News, published 8 hours ago. It says Brazil's finance minister claims the central digital bank currency will bring transparency and ease it. Right, because it makes perfect sense. We start to see these nations leaning towards the wholesale, the central bank currency. We've been seeing the CBDC plot, the CBDC trial, the CBDC test, and the tokenization and the globalization of the pushing more and more of this global assets, digital currency assets, this digital money assets, digital banking assets. They leaning towards that direction. Because all these 130 plus countries leaning towards the pushing of this the wholesale of the central digital bank currency. As I mentioned again, we've been seeing the CBDC plot, the CBDC trial, the CBDC test as they get into the final stages, leaning towards the central digital bank currency. And that's going to implement the RFID, CHIP on top of that as well too. They're going to make this mandatory throughout the whole planet Earth. That's why we've been seeing all these local businesses, these companies, these major companies, these CEOs, and all these countries around the world leaning towards more and more pushing of the digital dollar, the digital currency, Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency, because the paper dollar, that's going to be the thing of the past as they lean towards that direction, Yep, so leave it at that. See some more news articles. Yep, it says, this is from 2 days ago. I remember I did sit down lesson with M.O.T.B on this as well too, even though this was 2 days ago, but it's still recently. It says the central digital bank currencies and global south lessons from India and Nigeria and beyond. Right, you're seeing the Bahamas, you're seeing Nigeria, you're seeing Jamaica, you're seeing Nigeria, you're seeing India. They leaning towards this central digital bank currency, which was in the developments for a very long time. I would say ever since 2015 all the way into now. That's why you've been seeing the BRICS nations. They made that announcement recently about having their own form of currency, so they not trust the Western dollar, the greenback dollar of the American dollar, so they're not going to trust that anymore. So that shows that the nations are leaning. Now it's going to be competition with these nations. Who got the best currency? Who got the best stablecoin currency? Who are leading in the top currency with the stablecoin stuff like that? So now, of course, you're going to have competition with that as well too. And you have currently right now you have competition with the United States and European Union, who are going to have the best currency who are the other nations going to lean on towards the currency, because you're going to have all these other nations leaning towards their own currency. That's why we're seeing they pushing more and more to this central digital bank currency. The wholesales of the CBDC, which is central digital bank currency, the wholesales of it. The CBDC plot, the CBDC trial, the CBDC test, as I mentioned once again, all is going to lean towards the final steps as they getting closer and closer to the pushing of the central digital bank currency. Either they choose the central digital bank currency, or they use the Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency, but that's going to be implementing of a cashless society. And it's going to implement the technology chip that they want to implant inside your body as well too, right along with this digital cashless society as we lean towards that direction, you know. It says, check out some more news articles that's recently, if possible. Because these other ones are just, you know, recent. These other ones just like 2-3 months ago, even though they're there recently though. So that was the latest. That was the latest news articles with the M.O.T.B. So I'm gonna ring out that. Revelations. Right, just like you had Starmer, the Prime Minister over there in the UK, he was saying that he made that announcement that they're gonna that they're gonna announce the pushing of this digital ID, just like the United States over here 4 months ago, over there in the month of May. Over here in America, they had that real ID. They had that, you know, just like on your driver's license or your state ID. You know, just like if you travel, go to a different country or go to a different state, you know, here in the United States, you know, they had that star on your ID, you know, like it's a real ID. They call it the real ID, which they implemented that 4 months ago. And just like over there a couple of days ago, over there in the UK, they made that the Prime Minister over there in the UK, Starmer, he made that announcement that they're going to, it says, in order for you to keep your job, to have verification that you working on the job legally, they're going to have this digital ID, or this digital ID in order for you to keep your job, in order for you to be part as a legal citizen over there in the UK. So they leaning towards that direction. Now you might have different politicians over there in that area. They trying to potentially stop it from once they do have a bill signed. Once they vote on a bill of that, you're gonna have from the opposing side trying to introduce that. But on the other side of the opposing side, they're gonna try to force it and introduce that. So this is what we're leaning towards to. That makes perfect sense, because we're living in a modern day digital society as it is already. Because all your state ID, your real ID, your digital ID, your state ID, you know, your driver's license, you know, all your financial information, all is going to be it's going to be hard copyless. That's going to be paperless. That's what the direction that we're leaning towards to. So your financial information, your medical information, because all is going to come into one with this technology device, with this Neuralink, this nanotechnology, this RFID, CHIP, this technology device, that's going to be all into one. And this device that they want to implant inside your body in order for you to buy yourself, be part of society. Because this is going to be implemented here in America, over there in the UK, and around the world. This is what they're leaning towards. And this is the book of Revelations, chapter 13. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. It says, and it calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free or bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their FOREHEDS. Right, so this is a technology device that they want to implement insert in your body in order for you to buy yourself, even if you're upper class, lower class, at an economic perspective, because this is going to be fully mandatory. It's going to be fully adopted around the world. So we're seeing the stages of that, because the stage is being set. We're about to enter into those times, you know. And this is a major prophecy that's going to come to pass. We feel of the pushing of the M.O.T.B, the M.A.R.K, of the B.A.S.C, in order for you to buy yourself to function in today's society. That's why they got these 15-minute cities, these smart cities, as we've been mentioning countless of times. That's been in development for a very long time. And as we're getting closer and closer to that, this is what they're about to introduce. This is about to implement. So the stage is going to be set in order for you to buy yourself to function in today's society. This is going to be the new norm in order for you to buy yourself, through transactions, to be part of society. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. It says, and it calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free or bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their FOREHEDS. Revelation chapter 13 verse 17, it says, and that no man might buy or sell, right? That no man might buy or sell, because this is going to be implemented here in America, over there in the UK, and around the world. It says that no man might buy or sell, say that he had the Quran, or the name of the BASC, or the number of his name. Revelation chapter 13 verse 18, it says, here is wisdom, let him have understanding, count the number of the BASC, for it is a number of a man, and his number is SIX, the 103 squared SIX, right? So the pushing of the M.O.T.B, this is a major prophecy that's going to come to pass fulfilled. So that's why we do sit down. That's why Salaki, excuse me. So that's why we do sit down lessons, or we do outside teachings of the pushing of these M.O.T.B news updates as we're getting closer and closer to this cashless society, as we're getting closer and closer to the fully implementing of this M.O.T.B, of this central digital bank currency, a full adoption of it, or the Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency, and the full adoption of this global economy, this digital global economy, virtual assets, digital assets, virtual money, digital banking, digital ID, digital wallet, digital currency, digital money, digital dollar. This is what this is going to be the new. This is going to be the future. This is going to be the new norm. In order for you to buy or sell, to do transactions, So if you ain't got that technology device, you won't be able to buy or sell to function in today's society. This is what we're about to enter into. If the stage is about to be set, we're about to enter in those times. So as I mentioned again, this is a major prophecy that's going to come to pass in the field in the book of Revelations 13 verse 16 to verse 18. Revelations 3 verse 10, Revelations 14 verse 8 to verse 11. This is what we're about to enter into, So with that, hopefully this lesson was hopefully this outside lesson was edifying of the M.O.T.B news updates as of September the 30th, 2025 on this Tuesday morning. So with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakar Kodash, and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahashem, and name of Mashiach HaShai. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lash Makadash Old Tongue. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles, Akim Akwa. Until next time, I will say Kwame Ashirala in the ball, Shalom.